Should I use triple captain? Salah? Mane? Salah. Mane. Firmino. Alexander-Arnold. But Salah. Yep. Mane. What was that? Henderson? Henderson. Maybe. Nah. Hey guys, this is Jack from It's Only FPL. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is on the reaction of Game Week 24, the double game week. So in the show today, first up, we're going to look at how the captains performed, take you into the bonus points. We're going to look at my team, and at the end, I'm going to go through 10 budget players that I would possibly recommend keep an eye on for Game Week 25. So if you're new to the channel, please click subscribe if you want to see more FPL content from me. Hey guys, it's that time again. Game Week 24, the double game week. Reactions so far. We've still got another game to go, but we're going to take you through reactions so far. Okay, so what we got on first slide, I'm going to take you through a triple captain review. So I'm presuming that pretty much everyone used their triple captain this week. I know that's not the case, but I'm presuming it anyway. There's 5 players on here. 4 of are the main choices for the triple captain this week. I put in Henderson, of course, because obviously we know he done well. But yeah, so there's 5 captains here. We can see how we've done. I had Salah, got 2 points out of him, so it was an absolute bomb. The only saving grace, of course, is that we have another game still to go. West Ham, Liverpool next week. And obviously in the normal, I'd be feeling pretty suicidal right now with Salah as my triple captain. But then obviously I have to feel for everyone who's used Mane as their triple captain. I know there's a lot of people laughing at it, but I feel the pain. It could have been Salah, Mane for myself. So yeah, I feel the pain. He only got 1 point, and probably more cruel, he's out of the next game as well. So gutted, feeling for you if you've picked him. But there are some others in here, obviously, that have done so well. Alexander-Arnold, if you had him, if they kept a clean sheet, it would have been on for big points, but obviously they let a goal in. Who had Henderson? Did anyone actually pick Henderson? We can see from in the blue here, I've put in how many people triple captained these players. So yeah, so Salah, Mane, dominant forces for triple captain, as you can see. Obviously goes down a fair bit for Alexander-Arnold, but I could see what a lot of people thinking. Keep the clean sheet, and then obviously he's going to smash through and get a good point score. Second, then obviously with Firmino, obviously his away record this season's been so good compared to the home record, so there was a good chance he was going to score at least in one of the games. He's obviously got off to a good start, so well done if you picked him. But yeah, anyone that picked Henderson as their triple captain, a round of applause, amazing choice if you did. But yes, okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. These are the total bonus points for this round so far. So you can see obviously there's been 10 fixtures. Troy Deeney, someone I tipped a couple times I think in recent weeks. He's got the 3 points there. Tyrone Mings got a couple points for Villa, did really well, obviously scored a goal. Moving on to Bournemouth, Brighton, Aaron Moy, another cheap midfielder there. Someone that I don't really consider myself too much, but obviously he's a good player. He gets the odd assist. I think possibly consistency maybe with him lets him down a little bit. But obviously he's playing for Brighton for a start, so you can't expect him to turn it on every week. Yeah, Callum Wilson, first points I think in maybe a couple of months. So yeah, I put him in a little bit later. I'll keep quiet on that, but a little bit later recommendation. Yeah, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Redmond, amazing goal. He's not been consistent, so not one that I'm that excited about. Stuart Armstrong actually getting the point. I tip him a little bit later on. He's certainly one to watch, I think, a very cheap or good budget midfielder to have. Everton, Newcastle. What the hell happened in that game? I do not know. Everton were 2-0 up until the 94th minute. Lejeune scored 2 goals for Newcastle. Obviously, if he was in your defence, he would have got big points. He's one, again, I would recommend having in now. I think Newcastle have got a home game next, so maybe you want to get a Newcastle defender in's a good time. Keane as the Everton striker with 3 bonus points there. Not done anything so far, but I'm starting to feel a little bit for him. Italian manager come in, he probably knows, speaks to him a little bit. So yeah, he's one maybe to keep an eye on now, especially obviously with Richarlison out. We don't know how long for yet, so yeah, keep an eye on Keane. Sheffield United, Man City, Henderson, Otamendi got the points there. Chelsea, Arsenal was a good game. Jorginho got the 3-point bonus, another cheap midfielder. Martinelli as well there, he got 2 points, another recommendation, and I recommended him earlier in my last video. So yeah, Martinelli smashing it. Perez was in my team, got me big points. So after day 2, I think I was doing well. Perez got me 15 points, obviously. Ali, we had Adnan on the show, I think last show, and you could see, I think Adnan's team, he had Dele Alli in it, tipped him, so good shout. Anyone else that put Dele Alli in their team? And there was some few other ones. Sergio Aurier is in my team as well. Man United, Burnley, Chris Wood. I don't know what's going on with Man United for a start. 0-2 at home to Burnley. Chris Wood got the goal. Pope, another one recommended. Absolutely, maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe it wasn't worth having him in your team. But the last couple of weeks, clean sheets, more saves, so certainly worth thinking about. And yet, obviously, last night's game, Wolves, Liverpool, Henderson, who would have thought it, getting the 3 bonus points. Jimenez, not that much of a surprise, but only in a sense that I think a lot of people thought it'd be a clean sheet for Liverpool. And then obviously Firmino getting the 1 bonus point at the end. So yeah, all in all, a pretty decent round, but I think a lot of people struggled to get points this week. So we've still got 1 more game to go though, so fingers crossed. Okay, yeah, so my team, current standing, 50 points. I used the triple captain, obviously on Salah, absolutely bombed, so I'm gutted about that. But just to the right, Mane, you can see 1 point, and that's all he's getting. So again, feel your pain. That's just standard fantasy though. Low score again. Like everyone's dripping in 3, 4, 5 points. Alexander-Arnold obviously got me 5 points. Traore again set up Jimenez, so gets me 5 points. Tammy Abraham won a penalty, I think, so got the assist obviously for that one. Aguero comes on in the last 20 minutes, gets the winning goal. Still worth having in your team in my opinion. Mason Greenwood, I expected him to start against Burnley. I don't know why he didn't start against Burnley. They certainly, looking at it now in hindsight, probably regret that. He got 1 point, obviously, so can't really argue when your third choice striker isn't performing too much. He's cheap, but at the same time, I was expecting more from him, so a little disappointed. But all in all, 50 points with 1 game to go and still the chance of something big from Salah. I'd probably take that, especially with the average at 34. Okay. Right, so last bit for now, game week 25, little look ahead. I'm going to do more on the next video for game week 25, so not too much right now. But the budget players to watch, this 10 budget players to watch, in my opinion, for this next round of fixtures, which doesn't start until the 1st of February. So we've got a bit of a gap, and it's probably worth actually making a note that there will be some more transfers coming in that time. So in the next, 7 days there's going to be players signed by teams, so maybe hold fire. I know a lot of people are thinking of wildcard, using the wildcard after a dreadful week of the last round, but maybe hold fire a little bit. Obviously, if you use your wild card, you can swap players in and out as much as you like. But I think if you're actually finalising your team, maybe hold fire a little bit. Just keep some ideas in your head. But yeah, so here's my 10 players. I would say budget players worth considering if you haven't got already. If you're looking to swap someone in, out, or need someone cheaper out, need to get someone cheaper in to get someone better in. I would start with these ones. So Nick Pope, obviously on form at the moment, couple of good games. Lejeune got the goal. I'm kind of basing it on just that 1 game, but the fact that Newcastle, I think next, have Norwich at home, there's a good chance of another clean sheet there, in my opinion. So worth having maybe. Hector Bellerin, debatable whether he's a budget player. I know that 5.4 mil for a defender, but Arsenal have looked a bit tighter since Arteta's come in. They look certainly more up for it as well. But he was always a threat. I think if you played fantasy for more than 3-4 years, most of you would have had Bellerin in your team back in the day. So if he's coming up to anything like he used to be, then certainly worth looking at. Traore, no-brainer still, 5.7 mil, got to have. Stuart Armstrong, as I mentioned, 5.2 mil for a midfielder that's scoring the odd goal, getting some points. Not a bad shout, I think. Jorginho at 4.9 mil takes the penalties, so if that alone isn't a reason to have him in the team, he may get the odd assist, but I think he's quite a sitting deep player, so maybe not too much, but penalties is worth it. Harvey Barnes for Leicester. I think we were all disappointed in game week 23, was it, when Vardy missed the penalty. Harvey Barnes got the goal that week, and he got something, I think, last week as well. So there you go. 2 weeks in a row, he's getting points. I think for 5.9 mil, could be worth a shout. Maybe worth a shout. Yeah, onto some strikers. Troy Deeney, I've mentioned him about 3 times already in the last 3 weeks. He
I think he's going to score. I'm always confident. I think he's the captain of their team. He's the one. If Watford scoring goals and doing well, I think Deeney's going to be the one that's getting points. So worth keeping your eye on him. Keane, possibly a bit early to get him in yet, but certainly worth thinking about, as I mentioned. Italian manager now. He looks a little more up for it. You can base it on everything, can't you? Like the celebration he's after scoring the goal, to me, says that he's up for it. I think that if he plays, he's probably going to score. Like I said, Richarlison's out now, so maybe worth thinking about. And to finish, Callum Wilson. Again, debatable whether it's a budget at 7.4, but he's one of them that goes on a good run. So he's got his first goal in a while the other day. So certainly worth thinking about now. I think maybe if you give it another game, it wouldn't be the worst decision. But if you're looking to change things up, I think certainly someone like Callum Wilson could be worth it. And with Aston Villa at home, wouldn't be the worst shout in the world, I don't think. Okay, so that's pretty much the end, and we'll just move on to here. So yeah, so let me know what you think. How did your team do? Did you use triple captain? Did you use anyone else that I haven't mentioned so far? Let me know. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And keep an eye out for Game Week 25. I'll do a full preview video of that one in the next few days. Okay, take care.